Friday afternoon featured the Masters quarterfinals. After 5 rounds of intense pool play, it was now do-or-die time for the 8 remaining teams. Mileage, in white, with a 2-3 pool play record, landed the 4th seed out of Pool B and faced undefeated Surly in a rematch of last year's championship game. The Dallas-based Mileage opened strong, breaking early to take a 5-3 lead. Surly pulled the game back to a 9-9 tie before surging on to a 15-9 victory behind a breakout game by Dave Boardman. Ottawa's Glum met the division's other undefeated team, the Santa Barbara Beyondors, in green in the second quarterfinal matchup. Glum started hot, hanging with the Beyondors early, but Santa Barbara was firing on all cylinders and soon built a 3-break lead, taking half 8-4 against the Canadians. Glum stepped up in the second half, getting 2 of their breaks back, but it was too little too late, as plays like this nifty scooper from Studeris set up the hammer goal from LeBeau a few passes later, and the Beyondors stayed on track to make the finals. Cinderellas of the tournament, Real Huck, met perennial contender Troubled Past in white in another quarterfinal Masters matchup. Troubled Past earned a break right out of the gates to take a 1-0 lead. But like Cinderella, Real Huck didn't want to leave the dance. The Chicago men looked to rely on their athleticism and patience to stick around as long as possible. In the end, the firepower and depth of the Troubled Past gang was too much for Chicago to handle. This Brian Snyder rocket, intended for Brian Morris, was trailed and caught by Captain Mike O'Dowd. At 47, O'Dowd still knows what championships are made of as he leads Troubled Past to semis with a 15-7 win. The Beyondors, the 4th seed in the Masters division from Santa Barbara, entered the semifinals undefeated through 6 games as the clear-cut favorites in the division. Loaded with talent from the UC Santa Barbara team that won 3 consecutive college championships from 1996 to 1998, and 2 consecutive club championships in 2000 and 2001 with the Santa Barbara Condors, this group of players was looking to add to their trophy case and earn their first championship in the Masters division. With household names like Steitz, Huzak, Studeris, LeBeau, and Dugan, Santa Barbara showed why they were the favorites. Santa Barbara, in green, would lead 4-0 before Troubled Past would get on the board. Troubled Past would earn their first break on this quick hand block by Brian Morris on this cutesy Huzak scooper. Troubled Past, based out of Arcata, California, but with players from San Francisco to Seattle, would not give up so easily. After 2 consecutive semifinal exits, Troubled Past wanted to take the next step to the finals. Unfortunately for the Beyondors, Morris's D was symptomatic of a sick Troubled Past defense that the Beyondors had no vaccine for. Troubled Past quickly climbed back in the lead as their offense stepped up to match the defense. The Northwest squad overwhelmed the Beyondors and advanced to their first Masters final by a score of 14-12. The second semifinal match featured the UPA's defending Grand Master champion, Dog, and defending UPA Masters champion, Surly, in a Saturday morning matchup to determine who would play Troubled Past for the 2009 UPA Masters Championship. The second half featured more of the same from the defending champions, as Dog found themselves unable to slow John Chandler, Jeremy Alden, and the potent Surly offense. Minnesota's Surly, in white, opened up a 2-break lead in the first half. Despite this D on a John Sandahl throw, Dog was unable to close the gap to fewer than 2 goals. Simon Verghese led the Dog offensive goal scoring, while longtime Dog O-line members Jim Parinella, Al the Count de Frondeville, Mike Coop Cooper, and relative newcomer Marshall Goff contributed heavily. The fabled Boston offense, for their part, played an almost impeccable second half. The Dog offense showed considerable patience, effective movement along the horizontal axis, and an ability to identify and attack weakness in the Surly defense. As the core of this offense ages, one can't help but wonder if this will be the last opportunity to see the core of this dynasty in action here in Sarasota. Surly finished off Dog's chances on this Dan Rydell to Eric Lonsdorf hammer to win the game 15-12 and advance to the Masters Finals.